What's up, everybody? It's Overflow Nexus, the channel Faith, Trading, and Wealth, giving you the latest and greatest updates on the financial markets. Today, we are going to be taking a closer look at XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, your favorite assets. And we're going to see if the market's going to be in a recovery or not. A lot of people are optimistic, a lot of people are doubtful, but we're going to see on the charts with some technical analysis with Ichimoku is going to show us today. So what's up, you guys? What's up, GG? How you doing, brother? God bless you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for joining in today. It's afternoon, actually. I definitely appreciate that. So y'all, I don't take this for granted. I don't take y'all for granted. And I appreciate y'all's time that y'all spend here today. So appreciate that. Other than that, how are you guys doing? If this is your first time to the channel, what's up? Just want to say, drop your city so I could, shout you out, drop where you're from. If you are new here, I appreciate you for just taking the time out to be here. So thank you, thank you. You said virtual hug? Thank you. Great intro music. I appreciate that. I always try to make it high quality and a good production when I do my live streams. I believe personally, if you are going to do something, do your best at it no matter what it is. Do it with the spirit of excellence, even if you are small, even if you're great, does not matter where you're at. I always believe in doing everything with excellence is the way to do anything, really. So thank you for letting me know that you enjoyed the music in the opening. I appreciate that. Eternal blessings from Sweden. Thank you. You said, yo, what's up? What's up, Odin X? How you doing? You said you bought the dip. All right, all right. So you're bold and you bought the dip. All right. We got a bold one in the building. But yeah, I appreciate you guys once again. Like I said, I believe in doing everything with the spirit of excellence. I definitely want to give you guys the best content, best live stream, best look, I don't think other content creators care about that, but I think that goes a long way, and I think it shows that you care about what you do and that you want to give people the best, thing to look at, for their eyes, and also for, not just entertainment but also educational purposes as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the best whenever I can. And I'm always gonna get better and better. That's what I believe in. But I can't say the same about this crypto space. It seems like the crypto market gets better and worse every day, depending on what lens you're looking at it from. But there's so many lenses and so many approaches to this market. You have to watch everything very closely in this space. But I'll get to that in a bit. I'm trying to see if hopefully this transition works, because last time, I don't know, it went haywire, messed up my stream. I am gonna see if this what I'm looking at currently is going to work, because the market watch right now is looking pretty interesting, and I wonder if I do the transition today, if it's going to be fine. So we're gonna look at the market watch. I'm gonna test it, see if it's good, but we're gonna look at the market watch, see, and I'm gonna explain what's going on with that. It's the market is green and red. It's a mix here and there, so it's pretty interesting. So we're gonna take a look at the market watch. I want you guys to really, give me y'all's thoughts and insight on what y'all think the market's going to do after this week. Do y'all think we're gonna have a bloody week next week, or nothing but green skies and green candles next week? So we'll see. So let's look at this market watch. All right. So as y'all know, the reigning, defending champion of the world, Bitcoin, apparently is holding its own today with a dominance up to 43.28%. Currently, prices are sitting up at 36,879 today, with the increase of 1.61%. It's pretty interesting to see, the markets is, pushing higher. It is trying to hold its own right now. It's trying not to be in a place of drought as it was, the last week. Last week we know the market was pretty bloody. This week the market's pretty green, but we'll see if if that really lasts, because we know sometimes going into the weekend we get a weekend dump, and usually people get discouraged. But let's see if that's going to happen this week. Let's see if we have a chance of market dumping on us over the weekend. You think we're going to pump the market? You think weekend traders are going to push the market? Just looking at the chart, you can't go based off of just looking at the market watch, but you can see that on the market watch there is some blood still there looming in the market. ADA's bleeding, DOT's bleeding, XRP's bleeding, Doge is bleeding, near AVAX, Adams bleeding, Litecoin, USDT, Hex is bleeding, SHIB, Leo, DAI is bleeding, and there's a few other ones on there that are bleeding as well, like ICX, which is in this small corner, if y'all can see that. But if you can't, I pointed it out to you. And maybe my bubbles might be blocking it, so maybe you might not be able to see it as well. But other than that, there is still some blood in the market. Will it recover? Especially Luna. Luna's dark red today with a negative 17% decrease. So that's very interesting. But that being said, I do think that the market may bleed out a little bit, just based off some TA last night and some morning, just a morning look at the market, just a quick glance. But that could change in one, swoop. And speaking of one, I do have a message that I want to share with you guys. It's pretty interesting, because everybody knows that I always have to acknowledge my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in some type of way. And this just came up to me because one thing could always change. And just this week, I had an unexpected caller or texter. And I get kind of weirded out when I see random numbers hit my phone, because I don't really give out my phone number like that. So if you have my phone number, it's pretty rare if I give you my phone number. So I got a random text, and this person was talking to me like I knew them, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. But then I start texting back, and apparently this person's from Hong Kong. All right, so I was like, okay. They were talking about doing business in Hong Kong, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, you got the wrong person. And so they still continue to talk to me anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm going to just talk with them. And interesting enough, they said that they do business in Dallas, Texas area, which is interesting because I'm from Dallas, Texas. So someone from Hong Kong, and they come to Dallas, Texas, which was pretty interesting. But here's the thing, what I'm trying to say, how one thing could always make a difference or change. Because they said they put in the wrong number. So they got the number from their business partner, but they put in one number that changed the whole conversation. That changed the whole address of who they're trying to reach, which was me. So they put in my number and the person that they were trying to reach out to. Our number is off by like one digit. So by one digit they messed up. It's just like in our life sometimes, you're one decision away, or one moment away, or one choice away from making a big move in your life. And just like in having a life with Christ, it takes just one time for him to touch you to change your whole life. One time for the Lord to do anything, and he could change your life completely. Just like how you're one decision away from making a good or bad decision, whether however you look at it. And that's why using wisdom and understanding whether we make that right decision the first time, or maybe we might not get it right the first time. Always one choice can make a difference in your life, and one impact in how you look at things. So I always think about it like this, in this sense. When I see things like that, I always say, well, Lord, I know you could change things. I know you could do things differently. I know you could always change someone's life in like this, like a split second. And it's just like in the crypto space as well. Things could change in a blink of an eye. Just one thing can change and alter the momentum, the trajectory, the perspective of the market. And just like with our lives, everything in our life is not concrete. There's only a few things in our life that are concrete. But you have to realize, this life that we live, there's no control over it. It's almost like a random simulation controlled by the Lord. So, you know, when it comes to that, I rather be led by God's Spirit, and being led by God's Spirit is going to lead you into that one right decision. And Jesus is the one right decision for all people if you choose to be so. So that's something I did want to share, how one thing could change your life. Just like that person that called me or text me, that one digit changed the whole contact. So it is interesting. It is fun to know that things could change just very quickly. So you never know. So put your faith in God. Don't put your faith in the markets, because God will always lead you. The markets won't always lead you right. Because you see here, it's bloody and it's green at the same time. So, but that being said, that's what I wanted to share with you. VVS Finance, I appreciate you for the super chat. You said per character doing a classic mic drop. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Christ is the only concrete foundation. I agree 100%. So that being said, thank you guys for listening to this little TED Talk. I will definitely, still continue to push Jesus Christ no matter what. Don't care how much money I make in my life. Don't care how little money I make in my life. I will always put Christ first above all. The market is made to lead you wrong. Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. General Groper said, he said, hey, thank you so much for the free trade last night. I made $700. God bless you. Awesome. That's amazing. Wow. Because anybody that know, yesterday on Twitter, I gave out a free trade setup. And I said, trade as you want. I'm not going to tell you how to enter the trade. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. If you want to take the trade based off my analysis, you can. And, thank God that you made $700 last night. That's awesome, man. That's a testimony in itself. So I'm getting confident to put out trades on social media. If you guys want to see some more free trades on Twitter, let me know, because I will put out free trades on Twitter. Maybe not just only in crypto, but also in the other markets as well. I do think that, giving out free trades will help and benefit people as well. So I appreciate that. Wow, that's still amazing. You made $700 off that trade I called. That's awesome. You said, I don't know. I remember. Let's see. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm going to go ahead and look at the charts. I'm going to look at some analysis with Ichimoku. Do some analysis with Ichimoku. I am going to, let's see. I am going to touch on a little bit of, the trade that I put out yesterday, and then we'll get into other stuff. But we're going to look at Bitcoin first. After Bitcoin, we'll get into other stuff, all right? So let's stay tuned for that. Let's go. All right, so we are now looking at the Bitcoin trade from yesterday. I called the trade from up here yesterday. I said, this stop loss was subjective. This was the entry point. Stop loss, that's based off what you want. You see that they were stop loss hunting. This is why I usually don't put stop losses on my trades, because it's nonsense like this. But last night I had a stop loss only because I was going to bed, and usually I don't like to have trades running when I'm asleep, because usually when I'm asleep, markets, go funny when I'm sleeping. So I like to be safe when I'm asleep in putting out trades. But it did knock me out last night, so I'm not going to be mad. But if you did take the trade and you got past this you did get past this point. Congratulations, you made a lot. You did pretty good. Not like a big crazy amount percentage here, but you know, it still moved quite a bit. You know, if you actually took it, let's see, you made it. If you caught the bottom, you made at least 6%. So that's not bad. I would take that. But yeah, this market did move exactly how I expected it to. I didn't expect this, so I did get stopped out for my trade. But other than that, if I did get stopped out, this would have been a good winner. But if you made it, awesome. Let's see. But yeah, let me see. But looking at this, I still see Bitcoin is struggling here at this level between 36,700 and 37,114. So we are struggling here for Bitcoin to move higher, as you see, which is a good thing. I do see that momentum is still in favor of bears in this area. They still take over. As you see, they slightly push up higher and then they get knocked down. Slightly get pushed up higher, then knocked back down. So this is a nice area. This is an order block as well, so it is holding up pretty strong. You know, this order block is not as strong as, you know, I thought it would be. It did hold here once, but it got rejected once, twice, really 3 times, and held once here. So, you know, just looking at it, I do think that this market is, you know, is getting weaker overall, but we will see. Let me take a peek at the daily time frame that I usually like to start off with. Looking here with Ichimoku, market is still overall flat. We are seeing, you know, if you look here on the daily, market is, you know, still flat here. We have a lot of indecision candles right here, but like I said, one thing could always change the dynamic of the market. All it takes is one bearish engulfing candle and, you know, we'll start moving back to the downside. I do think we'll reach 31K, and I do think that we'll hit, you know, lower prices even down here. Oops. I don't even know what I just did. I got rid of my targets. Well, dang, that sucks. I just lost all my targets. But I'll find them again anyways. It's not hard to find those targets. But, you know, there it is right there. See, I don't know what's going on. I think we just had a minor glitch here, or whatever the case may be. But I do think Bitcoin prices will come back down here to like the 23K level, and probably even slightly lower depending on how much momentum this market has. Looking at it, you see that, you know, Bitcoin has decreased more than 50%, you know, and then it did recover, but, you know, still this recovery is not, you know, finished yet, you know, or the downside action is not finished yet, in my opinion. I do think based off the higher time frames, we will be seeing much lower prices here. I did say on the weekly chart, this was a head and shoulder pattern where I'm expecting price to come back to 29K. Once we get to 29K, it's going to be up to the market and the people in the market to decide if, you know, Bitcoin's going to push higher or lower. And at that point, I do think that the market will cease, you know, I think it will cease, you know, false news, false people in the market, you know, shilling and saying things that are not true. But it's a little hard to say what's going on because we have indecision right here. So the next candle could be either bullish or bearish, but next week is true signs of what the market's going to really do. And I do think that the market is going to push lower based off the daily and weekly time frames. So if you agree, let me know by dropping a fire emoji in the chat. Do you think we will continue bearish? If you disagree, let me know why, and let me see, you know, let me hear out your thoughts while this chart is buffering. Yeah, I figured that the market is, you know, well, not just the market, but I noticed that lately a lot of people's internet has slowed down, and I'm not sure why. And like right now, my internet is slow for some reason, so maybe they might be doing a a cyber attack, as they say. You said they are you're stacking on Crow. I think I mentioned Crow's future once. I said I'm not really sure about it because first of all, I don't know too much about the project. But from what I do know about the charts, right now for the short term, it's not looking pretty. And I'll look at that after I look at XRP. I'll take a look at XRP right now, and then I'll look into Crow for you. XRP is not doing much. I said this was a bad thing, this blue key June line, this circle where it's bubbled here. I said, if you see this is flat, but I said once this starts angling down, then we'll start seeing, bearish momentum. You see the bears are coming in right now. But, none of that matters because look here, we're still ranging within this mother candle. So we still need to break out of this box to confirm, a bullish or bearish market. We don't have either sign yet. Here is my XRP trade setup. Still in profit. Trade setup was from up here. Let me show you on the 1 hour time frame so you can see. Let me also take this off. So if I put this trade setup on the last live stream and also in the Discord group, I believe. I was saying, if you had entered here, you'd be in some good profit right now. Thing is with XRP, I do think they'll still push lower as long as Bitcoin is pushing lower. The only thing is XRP is finding support here. But here's one thing that XRP is doing that I don't appreciate. All right, and let me show you this. This is good for bears, so I'm for it. But here, you see how the market's doing this? Making a descending triangle. So as long as we're in this descending triangle formation, I'm bearish. I am very bearish on XRP. Even momentum here, if you see on the CVO, this is what institutional traders like to use to gauge and see where, who's entering, who's coming out of the market, sellers. And right now we see sellers are coming into the market while buyers are leaving. So this is something to take note of. Just watching it, I do see that buyers are not liking this area. So I will look to go short here. All right. Even adding in another short position would be pretty nice. But if you caught this trade from last week, or no, not last week, but last live stream, you should be in in good profit right now. Depending on your leverage too, you might have, made more than you expected. But this is looking good for bears, and I still think I'm gonna hit my final target at 54 cents. So we'll see if we even hit that. I do think we'll hit it, but we'll see. Let's see. Let me read these comments. Y'all are commenting faster today, so I appreciate that. Yeah, keep the comments going. I do appreciate that because it gives me something to read and chat with you guys, so I like that. So let's see. He said, I'm also thinking generally big moves down, but first a pump to get all Moon Boys trapped again. Ooh, that would be shady if they did that. But that'd be a good move though if they did. I'll be waiting for that one. Let's see. He said I'm stacking on XRP on Uphold's app. See, that's a good place. Uphold is kind of fishy to me. I do like Uphold because they're convenient, but last time I dealt with Uphold, they held my money for a long time. It took me a few weeks to get my money from them, and you know how that goes. I am gonna have to buy a ledger. I have a cool wallet, but I think I prefer putting my money on a ledger versus having it on a cold wallet. Good morning, Din. How you doing? Well, good afternoon from here. So nice of you to join this afternoon. What's up, James? How you doing? Nice to have you on here as well. Appreciate it. But yeah, well, I do think that we will be moving lower. And I think also, if you took this trade, and I'm going to set this up right now. Actually, I'm going to do Twitter a favor. Here's the next trade setup if they want to take it. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Twitter real fast and put this on Twitter. So bear with me, you guys, because Twitter, at least Twitter needs to see this. Is what I am. Ooh. All right. There we go. All right, so this is what I'm gonna post on Twitter, just to let people know that real recognize real. Y'all could take it if y'all want to. If not, you don't have to. I'm not gonna, force nobody to take any trades that they don't want, because I can't. I don't even have that power anyway. So, but it's good to see, that the market's not gonna just do what people expect. So we'll see. Let's see. Trade setup. Boom. Just gonna post it. Not gonna do too much with it, and we're back. All right. So that's my analysis on XRP. I still think we're bearish. I do think that if once we break this blue line here, if we do, I do think that this, a lot of people, are going to be devastated, and we'll truly see the, everybody's real colors in this market. So we'll see. Another big question here, because this is what I could potentially see, and I want y'all to notice this. All right, you see how the market's flat here? And this is why I'm targeting this area. I do believe that we'll come back down here. I do believe that. But here's the thing. I do want to see how the market's going to respond here, because we could get potential bullish divergence, seeing the market before it happens. We could see this where, let's see, the market moves down to this point. This will come down. As long as it does not breach past here, we should be good. But we need to see price come down here first to confirm, and once it does come down here, then we'll see if the market will push higher, and then we'll have bullish divergence for a buy. So I'm not ready for it. Like who said that? Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, like Elham, you said like you said, like another pump to trap the moon boys will be a smart move. So seeing this bullish divergence possibly forming once it gets back down to this low, buying here would be an incredible move, because what would happen is buyers may come in here because of this bullish divergence, and then you'll see the market pump back to the upside, probably 80-cent level, and then once that happens, then we'll probably see the move back to the downside once we get up here to retest it, or at least test this fractal and then see the move, the market dump. But we'll see. I can't call that yet. It's kind of far ahead, and unless God just tells me. But we will see. We will see. I would like to see this market do that. So let me look at Crow for you. Let me see what that Crow is doing. See if there's anything good for it right now. Crow is looking bullish here, but this is just the hour. So forgive me for the delayed charts, because apparently the internet wants to be slow today, so I can't control that. And also we do have, I guess we may be having maintenance in this complex as well, because there's been a lot of new changes, so we'll see if that affects anything. Looking here, this is actually looking pretty good. I do like this. The only thing is I still am bearish here. I'm still very bearish on Crow. Not much I could say about Crow, except for, overall it's very bearish. We're still underneath the cloud. It is trying to make a recovery here, so that's, nice and cute if you want to say that. But the thing is, we're already getting rejection here at this fractal level. What I would like to see is if we come up in here and if we could hold above this green zone. That would be impressive to me. 4 hour. Let's see if there's any divergence, any hidden divergence, or any divergence of some sort. So here, no divergence. Here, no divergence. So there's no divergence on the 4 hour. But let's take a look at the 1 hour. Let's see, 1 hour might be good for the last check. Take Ichimoku off. We do have an order block here at this level. And you see how price responded at this level. It's a weird level, but it's a really quick jab to the market, get in and out. And also market is making this formation as well. It's kind of flat here, so this is remaining flat while this is moving up a little bit higher. So we have somewhat of an ascending triangle here, but we'll see. We might actually be able to pull this off. So maybe one more push back into this green box and then a push higher for Crow. So I do think, like I said, I do think we could get in here, but I just don't think long term will be bullish until we get above, until we stay above this green zone here. We have to stay above this green zone at the top. So I do think that's the case, but we'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna do this for entry will be down at this point. Stop loss underneath here. I do think we'll probably get into this box here, but we'll see. So I will put like a buy limit order down in here and let the market trigger me in, because this is the only place I would look to buy at. I wouldn't look to buy up here. I would look to buy in here. Just based off my trading rules, I wouldn't trade until it gets somewhere closer to this level. So you're asking me to look at theta. Let me take a look at theta. Let's go to the daily chart. Daily chart is pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie. Market's pretty flat. Ichimoku don't even show up. Okay, there it is. Because I'm like, where's my Ichimoku? It's not showing up. All right, so it's flat. Like there's not. You can't get much flatter than this. Ichimoku's screaming, ranging market. Just look at that. So without looking at the candles, I don't even look at, when I look at the chart, I don't really read too much of the candles until after I read this. This is saying it's very flat. Very flat, and you can see the market's not really doing too much. There's no buyers right now for theta on the daily, so there's not really much movement going on. Even if you look at it like this, had a small breakout here, but we're still back into this mother range, so not really much going on here. Now if you want to look at the mother range from the low of the wick, then we're still inside this, this candle pretty much. So we're still ranging. It's still not looking pretty. And let's see. There is some slight bullish divergence here. So pretty much on the 4-hour time frame might get that better. So let's see. Yeah, see here on the 4-hour time frame, we have some slight bullish divergence going on. Let's fix that. Like I said, this is a flat level. You see how the market's responding here. Pretty much when you see a flat level while this is increasing, this is a double bottom. So this is showing us divergence, and you see the market moved up. The question now, we're also seeing bearish divergence. Not really bearish divergence, but we're seeing some type of sellers are losing starting to increase right now into this current market on the 4-hour. So I would look out for a potential drop to the downside. What you want to see here is for the market to get above the cloud. And even if it makes it to the cloud, the question is if we're going to get through the cloud. That's the last thing I want to see for me to be bullish. So I'll set an alert slightly above here. So if it comes up here and triggers, then Why did it come down here? No, I want it up here. Like if it comes up here and it triggers, then I'll be more bullish than ever. But right now for theta, I'm not seeing the market hold, you know, not breaking above it. I mean, I'm not seeing that. You are seeing this 1, 2, 3 reversal formation, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to move higher like this. Oh, and even if it does, we still have to break this number 2 fluctuation point right here. Otherwise, the market's gonna just, you know, drop from here and move lower and make a double top. So, not seeing it yet. I want to wait for this one. But you do have potential here. You do have potential here just because of that bullish divergence and golden cross and Chiku span being above price. The question is getting above the cloud. That's the last thing I want to see. Then, let's see, you said, please, TA on KNC in sand. KNC, I'm not sure if I have KNC on my list. I don't. So I'll start off with sand. Maybe I have sand on here. I do, right there. So sand, I did sand the other day. Let me see it on the daily first. Sand has some hope for the upside based off this breakout here. So we had a breakout on sand. So I was saying price needs to break out of this box to be relevant again. And right now it has done that. So we are seeing that. We also have a C clamp too. So we actually might be able to get up here, you know, based off Ichimoku, just saying that we have a chance to do that. We have slight bullish divergence too. So I do think we may see some upside action for this. Maybe we might get up to here, and I'll put stop loss like something like this. So this is what I would look for a trade setup, something like this to the upside. I do think that looking at it, because I always teach my students, you don't need to look at 1,000 time frames to tell what direction the market's going. You can look at one time frame and get an idea what the market's going to do. It's just learning how to read it. So I don't have to go to the daily, go to the 4 hour to tell that we are having some bullish action here, but it would help a little bit to give increase to finding another position on the market. But looking at this, I can already tell that the market's already, you know, in bullish divergence from this point to this point. Should have been in the trade already. But I do think it'll go up and probably get close to this level. We'll see. I do think we'll test that fractal. All right. KNC. Let me make sure. Yeah, I don't have KNC, so I'll type that out and see if I have that on my chart. Does not look like there's a KNC. Have to be patient, see if it loads any faster. Let's see. Man, this thing is slow today. What y'all think? Okay, there we go. KNC. Finally. You're asking, can you please show which CVD oscillator you use? I want to find it on TradingView. The one that I use, if you're in my Discord, you'll find it because I have the link for it. I have the code for it. So you're gonna have to go to my Discord for that if you want it. Let's see. You know what? I like this. This one is actually appealing to me. I do like this. You have a breakout, right? But the question is this a bearish candle? Let me see. Yeah, that is a bearish candle. That's my only concern.